EU leaders will finish the year with some good news. The ninth package of sanctions against Russia was approved on Thursday. The new measures include adding more people and banks to the sanctions list and cutting the Kremlin's access to drone technology. They also managed to overcome a last-minute Polish veto, unlocking €18 billion in financial aid for Ukraine, as well as the approval of a global minimum corporate tax.
Of course, Russia is blackmailing us every day, but if we start to blackmail each other, this is not good, and this is absolutely not good for the European Union.
But the big issue of taking a decision on the price cap for gas remains unsolved, even if a solution seems close. European leaders have made concessions but ultimately decided that the final decision should be taken on Monday by EU energy ministers, since many technical details still need to be hashed out about when it should kick in and for how long it should last.
But I know now inside we have discussions of 5 hours to take the conclusion that the Ministry of Energy will have to tackle the topic in the next 3 days. I know it has been since 6 months. I would love to hear how many energy the European Commission was able to buy in the name of Europe. Also, it's important because we still have Russian gas in our tanks, and in next months we will have to fill them, and so it's important to know how the future will be.
An in-depth discussion was also held on how to respond to US President Joe Biden's Inflation Reduction Act, which threatens the competitiveness of European business. They're now asking the European Commission to deliver ideas on how best to improve conditions for investment. But some countries, mainly Germany, oppose the idea of common EU borrowing to help subsidize the industrial sector.
I think we're in Europe really at a point where we risk to be disindustrialized. And today our answer is not a common answer. Today we see that too often countries are trying to install schemes on their own. It looks a bit like a game of the deepest pocket. And yes, some countries might think they have deeper pockets, but in a few months we're all at the end of what we can do.
More positively, Bosnia and Herzegovina is expected to be granted candidate status towards joining the European Union. Christopher Pitchers, Euronews, Brussels.